This section of the journal focuses on hallucinations and internal voice conflict. Earlier in this series, we looked at how emotional instability and symbolic tracking developed over time, but this portion of the journal shifts into something deeper, how perception itself begins to fracture, and how the mind attempts to document that experience while it is still happening. One of the earliest recurring themes recorded in the journal was a sense of being observed. The entry reads, "They're watching." This type of statement reflects what clinicians often describe as surveillance ideation. What makes this entry significant is not just the presence of fear, but the clarity with which it was documented. The journal does not simply express panic. It records the experience as something being observed internally. That distinction becomes extremely important later. As hallucination symptoms intensified, another pattern appears alongside them. The journal begins recording statements like, "Still writing. Structure helps." These statements show something remarkable. Even while perception was destabilizing, the act of writing became a grounding mechanism. Structure itself became a survival tool. In many cases, maintaining organized symbolic recording can serve as a cognitive anchor during psychotic distress. Another entry marks a deeper level of internal conflict. "I don't own my voice." This phrase suggests a shift from external threat perception toward identity fragmentation. Instead of hallucinations being something seen or heard externally, they begin interfering with the sense of agency itself. This type of language is often associated with dissociative and psychotic overlap, and the journal captures this transition in real time. The report analyzing these entries highlights how hallucination language often appeared alongside formatting disruption. Entries containing hallucination references frequently showed fragmented writing, floating annotations, symbol clustering, and loss of narrative structure. This correlation suggests that hallucination intensity and cognitive organization decline often occur simultaneously. The journal unintentionally provides visual documentation of that relationship. Later entries begin showing another shift. Statements appear such as, "Just me now," "Joy." These entries suggest moments of restabilization. What makes them particularly important is their cautious tone. Recovery is not recorded as certainty. It is recorded as curiosity. That hesitation is often characteristic of individuals emerging from intense perceptual disturbance. One of the most significant findings documented in the report is that symbol definitions remained consistent even during severe instability. Despite hallucinations, despite identity disruption, and despite formatting collapse, the symbolic tracking system remained intact. This suggests that some level of metacognitive awareness was preserved. In other words, the mind was not only experiencing the disturbance, it was simultaneously observing it. This section of the journal shows that hallucinations are not only sensory experiences, they also influence identity, structure, and self-observation. The journal does not simply describe symptoms. It documents how the mind attempts to understand itself while those symptoms unfold. In the next section of the series, we examine how symbolic tracking began predicting emotional and perceptual episodes before they fully developed.